Hey guys, this is Dr. Gearhart here. We're so excited to offer the new Wellness Warrior Metabolic Reset program here in our office. I just want to give a quick little video just to kind of go over some of the starting steps with this program. I know there's a lot of information provided in the manual that comes with the program, and there's a lot of great information on the Warrior Facebook page that you're going to get invited to, but I want to just go over and hit some of the highlights. First off, when you get the program, when you read through the book, you're going to get your Warrior Reset book. You're going to get the invitation to your Warrior portal or member portal where you'll get some great information about how to do the program. Also your digital log for you to keep your food guide. In that, there's also going to be your guide to creating or picking your body type. Very important. There's 4 different body types on this program. There is adrenal, thyroid, hormonal, and liver. And through that list, you're going to have to pick which one you are because there's certain specifications and tweaks you're going to do to the program based upon your body type. Also real important in that guide is also directions on how to do the Candida spit test, because we got to find out if your body has a problem with yeast or basically too much sugar, to put it in simple terms. If the test is positive, which most people are going to be, there's also a guide in there on how to kill Candida, and you can get most of those things at the grocery store. So the other thing you're going to get is a wonderful recipe book. These recipes and this guide is made so you can enjoy your food. I know we're trying to reset your metabolism. We're trying to help you lose some pounds and inches if that's your goal. But we also want to make sure that food is still enjoyable. Okay, if it's not, it's going to be too hard for you to follow. And there's some really fabulous ideas and recipes in there. Also on the Facebook page, there's some additional recipes that other members have been able to create, get approved, and uploaded to there. On that Facebook guide is also some great ideas for the loading phase. The loading phase, in case you didn't know, is on the first 2 days of this program. You're going to eat 5,000 calories a day for 2 days. I know that sounds like a ton of food, but it's real important because we need to biohack your metabolism. We need to put your body in a state of shock, and for 2 days we're going to feed it a bunch of foods. When you're eating all those foods, it's going to stimulate your body to increase the metabolism to get processing all of that additional food that most people aren't used to eating. And that also is the same time that the spray that we use is going to be activated in your system. So if you're following our guide properly, grazing all day long as you're supposed to, eating some of the good recipes, because there's some fun things to eat too on loading, but there's also sometimes you just have to get some calories in. But you should have normal breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then a lot of grazing all day long. When that spray kicks in, it's going to keep your metabolism really high throughout the 28 days of losing, so it's really going to help your body lose weight faster. Second thing is, when you are loading, there's a difference between having a gallbladder and not having a gallbladder. If you do not have a gallbladder, it means your body's not going to process fats very well, so we're going to want you to load with more carb-type foods, as opposed to if you still do have your gallbladder, we're going to want you loading with more foods that are high in fat. Okay, so it's real important that you find that loading guide. I'm also going to email you 3 different examples of loading once you get signed up and started with our program. And then on the Facebook page, there's some additional great information. Okay, some other things. After the 2 days of loading, you're going to go into, for the first round, or phase 1, it's 28 days of losing. During that 28 days of losing, you've got to make sure you're following the plan correctly. There's going to be 4 ounces of protein, 4 ounces of approved vegetables, which we'll cover in a minute, and also 4 ounces of fruit with your meals. You're going to have lunch and you're going to have dinner within a 6-hour window, and then no additional foods for the rest of the day. That's called intermittent fasting. Super important, because intermittent fasting is when we're going to be able to actually start to get your body healing, which means balancing your blood sugar and also balancing your hormones. Now, approved and non-approved vegetables. So a lot of people don't feel that 4 ounces of berries, 4 ounces of vegetables, and 4 ounces of protein is sufficient, so they want to eat more. So we want to look at those high water content foods or free vegetables. So during your meal times, not in addition or other times, but during your meal times, you can add in some additional food. Celery, mushrooms, cucumbers, dill pickles, peppers, just to name a few. Make yourself a good healthy salad of that free stuff, and have that in addition to your meals when you have your lunch and your dinner within that 6-hour window. Second thing, which is really cool about the guide, is it's going to give you a complete list of all the approved proteins, all the approved vegetables that you have to have with your meal, a list of all the free vegetables you can have, and then a list of the fruits. With the fruits right now, we want to mainly just stick to berries. So keep it real simple. Stick to berries with your fruits. Also on that list is going to be sauces and spices and things like that that are approved on the program that you can use to make sure your food is tasting good and that are going to be needed in those recipes. Again, you're going to be provided a recipe book, and on the Facebook page there's going to be additional recipes. Now, as you go through this program, 28 days of losing, we're trying to do that biohack of your metabolism, as I said. We are going to be limiting your calories. Okay, this isn't a calorie counting program because you're going to be eating good nutrient dense food that's going to give your body all the vitamins, minerals, and things it needs to survive, but it is a limited amount of food. So during this time, if you're an exercise person, we're going to ask you to limit your activities. Walking is good as long as it's not a good hour-long power walk. Just a light walk, walking the dog around the neighborhood, around the block. Just a good, easy, nice, gentle walk is fine. And some light yoga activity. Light yoga stretches, light yoga exercises are all fine. But the problem is, on a limited calorie intake, if you do too much activity, you can put your body into starvation mode, and we're trying to limit that. What starvation mode is when your body says, you're doing too much activity for the amount of calories you're giving me, so instead of burning fat, we're going to hold or hoard the fat that we have in your system, which is complete opposite of what we're trying to accomplish in this program. We're trying to switch your body from a sugar burner to a fat burner, and when we do that, that is how we are able to reset your metabolism, balance your blood sugars, and get your hormones balanced. It's real important if you follow that guide as far as your exercise. Another thing that we're going to notice is a lot of times people tell us they may get a little bit constipated on this plan. So most people are used to having at least one bowel movement per day. On this program, a smaller bowel movement every other day is considered normal because you're going to be bringing in less food. Your body's going to be utilizing more of the food you are eating. So simple logic says less in, use more, less out. So bowel movements every other day are appropriate or considered normal. If you go a third day without a bowel movement, you're to contact our office. We'll give you some little tips and tricks that you can help to get your bowels moving again. So just a few examples, a few hints, a few little suggestions to help you get started on this program. Make sure, number one, you get started on the right foot. Number two, you're following the directions. Real important in our plan, we try to keep it as simple as possible. If a food is not listed in your journal or in your book, you can't have it. If it's not in the book, don't eat it. Pretty simple. Follow the approved list, the approved sauces, the approved spices, and you're going to be fine. I know it's a little bit different way of thinking about food and thinking about things for most people, but trust me, if you follow the recipes, the guides, the instructions in this manual, you are going to do phenomenal. This is a fantastic program. We've been working with this and similar type programs for the last 3 years. And if you go to our Facebook page, Tri-State Total Care, you can see some of our success stories and how many pounds, inches, how clothes are fitting for people, how much we've been able to change and improve their life. Really happy you're deciding to start on this journey with us. We're here to help you along the way. If you have any questions, you can always call, text, or email me here at the office. And I look forward to seeing you improve your health. Thanks a lot.